Warning, angry African woman.
I can read you with my eyes, taste it on your skin. A new pair of thighs won't kill your emptiness within. Truth hurts your empty words, cause the scars inside. Truth hurts your empty words as you fall to the ground. When the lights go out and it's your turn to kiss the ground, my main concern is, will you remember?
The song Remember is pretty much inspired by a story that my grandmother told me about how my great-grandmother lived in a situation where in Africa, in Nigeria especially, the husbands could bring the mistresses back home. And when the mistress came to the house, it was the wife's responsibility to sleep on the floor while the mistress slept in bed. You know, it was the wife's responsibility to wake up early the next morning, to pretty much make breakfast, walk a mile for water for the mistress to shower with the next day. So, you know, that infuriated me because African women go through so much, and to me that was literally just like, it was ridiculous. It was like, are you serious? And then it was looked upon as normal. Like, oh yeah, your husband is bringing up a mistress, let's make the bed for her, let's cook for her. Like, it was just so bizarre to me. So I decided to take a stand and say something about it.
And when this bitch comes back, it'll be her time. What? I'll set all this shit ablaze.
I wrote the song pretty much from every woman's perspective. I wanted every woman to be able to say the words, you know, and visualize herself saying it to someone that had hurt her in that way. I wanted it to be able to cut across and relate to everyone, African, non-African, because I feel like we as women go through situations like this all over the world, no matter where we are. So I definitely wrote it so that everybody, every woman can relate.
Concern is, will you remember? Will you remember?
So pretty much the lyrics for Remember starts off. The first verse is you're kind of sad and in shock and a little upset. You know, it's from the standpoint where your person or the person you're with has come home, and you can tell with a woman's intuition that the person has just been with somebody else. And you know, we as women, we just know. So it starts off with this song that way, and it pretty much goes into the chorus where now I'm mad. So when the lights go out, like, you know, when it's nighttime pretty much, and when you're alone by yourself, it'll be your time to literally think about everything that you have done, you know. And when my mouth goes off, you're gonna think about it as well, you know. And when my gun goes off, for all the female firearm carriers there, that's for you, no murder please. And it'll be your time. So it'll be your time is literally is saying, it's Nigerian slang. It comes from the idea where your time is coming, you know. So it kind of shortens to anything happening, it's your time. Usually more negative, not positive. So it comes from Nigerian slang. And as the song goes along, the second verse, you know, is more angry, crazy, and the song pretty much builds. So you pretty much go from sad and kind of upset and broken to moving forward from that situation, being mad, but being okay with the fact that you're mad and moving on from it. So as things pretty much start to progress, when I was working with my team, I was very adamant in that the women get more aggressive as the song goes along, and we grow in numbers as the song goes along. So the women start off frozen, you know, and then they unfreeze. And there are different sections in the song where women unfreeze and they kind of join, you know, the rest of the group, because it's kind of like my way of kind of enlightenment, you know, like you touch somebody with knowledge and then they can touch somebody else with knowledge and they kind of pass it along. So that's kind of the idea. We definitely even have like a torch passing scene where I pass the torch from me to, you know, a stripper. The stripper passes it to an older lady and the older lady passes it to a child. And the reason why it was important for me to have a stripper, because it was important for me to show that no matter where you come from, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, everybody and every woman deserves respect. I consider myself a neo-African feminist. Yes, absolutely. Especially African feminism is important to me because we're still so behind. We're still just, especially African women, we're just so behind. And it's so sad because a lot of the practices are taught to be normal, you know. And it's like, if you think there is something wrong with your husband bringing back somebody else, there's something wrong with you. You know, I remember my grandmother told me that one of her closest friends told her that if her husband doesn't hit her, so this is an African woman in her 60s, told her that if her husband, she's been with him for like maybe 30 years, maybe more, if her husband doesn't hit her she says it, if my husband no beats me, my body no go sweet. So if her husband doesn't beat her, she won't feel good, pretty much. So a lot of people are taught the idea that, you know, violence is love, you know, and degradation is love. And I just really want to change that narrative and that perspective.
I begin to despise you, despise you, despise you. Hey. And when the